you got it. Twist, bring it up, and then it goes straight out for me. And then as he slowly releases that, I'll treat the lateral epicondyle, but it needs to be very slow, and then start back here. We don't want you do an extension with that with resistance. We'll start here. So go ahead. No, keep it back here, and then twist that one.
So
twist, yeah, come up, and then slowly let it out. So what I'm doing is just incorporating the treatment while he's doing the Tyler twist. Just doing the Tyler twist with the FlexBar has been shown to be effective for treating lateral epicondylosis. I think there are several sets of this or reps during a day, and it's better than usual and customary physical therapy. So if I do this, it's usually 2 or 3 treatments when you combine the two as opposed to doing a series of 12 or whatever it may be. Will do it again for me, please? So he always goes back into extension because it involves eccentric carpi radialis brevis typically, right? So we'll get him up, twist that one, he comes out with it, and very slowly as he unwinds that, unwind, and the idea is to go slowly. The eccentric unloading is what we're looking for, not the concentric phase. There are a number of studies to show that eccentrically unloading and treating or whatever, just an eccentric exercise many times will take care of whatever the condition may be. So there have been studies now on the knee, on the elbow, on the plantar fascia and other parts of the body showing that the eccentrically unloaded treatment is much better. Does that make sense to everybody? Now what would we do if we wanted to do the medial epicondyle? It's a flexor issue, so we just simply put the FlexBar here, then we turn this inside out here, and this is kind of tricky. He's going to turn this like this while he maintains flexion. You have to maintain flexion here. All right, and then he slowly unwinds there, this one. As he slowly unwinds that in the eccentric load, that's the golfer's elbow or the medial epicondylosis. So that's another way that we can treat that. And the other neat thing about this, I use this also for treatment. You use rollers for the back and so forth. So if I didn't have that instrument, I could do 2 things. I could come in here with my finger as he goes from this to using the eccentric phase, or if he brings it up again, I can now use this, and he'll feel that too as I go over the lateral epicondyle. So I use this all the time. The other thing is, I can also have him do perturbation. So if I stimulate that with the use of perturbation, it also stimulates mechanoreceptors, proprioceptors, etc., while he's using the FlexBar, and I do that. The other thing I use that for, stand up for me if you don't mind. I use this as my golf club. In the old days, I put a golf club and attached a band to it, and then have you ever tried to treat somebody swinging a golf club? Anyhow, I do this, that's my golf club. So let's say he still has an elbow problem, I can bring him back in the cocking phase and treat that elbow, and then he can follow through. But I want him to shake it to get the perturbation part of that, the proprioceptive part of that treatment, and then come back for me. So I can continue to treat that lateral epicondylosis or a shoulder or any other part of his body in that backswing or follow through while he's also doing some sort of proprioception. If I really want to get easy with him, may I have a, Greg, can you hand me a stability pad, please? I'm going to put him on a stability pad and make it more challenging for him. So we can incorporate, that's what I'm going to talk about later, is use of inexpensive devices that you can use in your office to help treat somebody. Can you stand on that, please?
Wasn't right next to you, otherwise I would have already known what you needed.
Oh, thank you, Greg. I know. We go back a long way. So stand on it. Just go ahead and stand on it. So I can challenge him a little bit more on that and then have him come back in it too. I have his feet together as he has to balance. So proprioceptively, we challenge him during the same time that I'm treating him. Now, if I want to turn around for me, please, so you face this way. If he had a back issue, go ahead with your golf swing, just like you were going to swing. I can treat him as he goes through that golf swing, and then we can also add him shaking the bar proprioceptively and balancing. If I really want to get challenging and he's good enough, I'll have him stand on one leg. You want to try it? So we can really challenge him. Go ahead. Now here I'll just make sure that I have him a little bit stable, if you will, but with my hand just to make sure he doesn't fall. But we can treat any part of him, shoulder, back. I've even treated hamstrings, anything like that, doing that with a very simple little device like the FlexBar. Does that make sense to you guys? So what we're trying to do is incorporate a little bit of activity with it and not just treat him statically. Because if I treat him in motion, that's the motion that he's used to and the motion that he has a complaint in. So why not address it that way as opposed to just doing it statically? So we find if we do that, we incorporate proprioception or other things, they get better much faster. So it's like if you're injured, would you want to have 1 treatment or 3 treatments or 100 treatments or 20 or whatever? The sooner we get them better, the more they typically refer because you're getting them out sooner. So anyhow, that's kind of what we do. Is there anything else you guys would like to see while I'm here? Yeah, yeah, we'll do that again. You have a medial epicondyle? Yeah, exactly. We can still do it. Go ahead. I just have to grab his arm as he goes through and make sure he doesn't go too fast, because if he's coming back in a very fast backswing, I can't do it. So we slow it down. So that's the idea. And then we can get right on that. Or if I want to, I can still go ahead for me. I can put the other hand up here and get that with a little cross fiber while he's doing that. So I can still get what I'm looking for. But I like it if I've got my swing here right, then I'm coming back here like that and then coming through with that all the way through so I can treat it. But I use this also for like a fishing rod, if you've got that. Or I use it for a baseball bat, tennis racket, so I can do a serve, somebody doing a serve or a forehand or a backhand. So that's why I like this. And then I can treat all of it, even turn around for me, flex, go bend over. So I can still treat his back with this, and I guarantee you he'll feel those ridges. So if I don't have something else and my hands bother me or whatever, it's easy to treat him with something this simple. So anyhow, I love these things. They're great.